Well, it must be great to get back in the winner's circle and also for Thiago to score such a good goal.
Yeah, I think it was a very valuable 3 points against Brisbane at home. I think we thoroughly dominated that game, had full control of it, created some moments, but only walked away with 1 goal. And T's been in great form in the last few games, and he's definitely contributing to the team's success. So, and also him getting a goal, I think it's a fantastic moment for him.
Is he going to another level this season, and is that the sort of moment that helps him elevate further?
Yeah, definitely. Look, last season he had some moments where he came on and we could see what he could do, and now he's getting some consistency. He's getting more game time. He's starting games, and football is about confidence, and I think his confidence is very high at the moment. And we always knew that he had talent, and now he's bringing both sides of the game onto the field, so that's very important. And we're happy with his progress.
What are you saying to the team this week? We know you've got a team who's just changed coaches and coming off a bad loss. How do you keep them on the job?
Yeah, look, there's been a change, obviously, of coaches there, and there's new coach comes in. It's always a clean slate for players, great opportunity for players that probably weren't getting game time to showcase themselves, and there's always definitely a lift when a new coach comes in. So for us, our focus is to play our game, play what we need to do. And I think if you get an early goal in these games, I think then the heads will drop very quickly because they've had some negative results previously. But the focus is on what we want to achieve, and we want to finish in a great position at the end of the season. So we need to get all 3 points away from home.
Hnry Stadium, I know he was your assistant there. He's a friend of yours. What did you make of his decision to leave, but also the impact he's had at Wellington?
Yeah, look, he's there on a daily basis. He knows the ins and outs and the situation that is. And I think, it's never nice for any coach to be obviously sacked or resign because I'm in the same position. But unfortunately, that's the landscape that we live in. When things don't go well, they don't change 26 players, they change the guy at the top. So he's definitely the one that's responsible. But I've spoken to him the last 3 days. I think he's still was processing what happened and how it happened. So, but I think he's in a good place, and these things happen in football.
And the man who takes over, Chris Greenacre, he's done it before, right? So it's not new to him.
Yeah, well, Greenie was my assistant when I first went over to Wellington. He was my first assistant when I went over to Wellington. He's been in there as an interim coach previously when coaches have moved on, so it's nothing new to him. He's been working with the second team at Wellington and also working with the under-20s national team, Kiwi side. So yeah, it's nothing new to him. He'll come in and he'll try to implement what he wants and try to make changes in a short period of time, or what he believes is the best thing for the team. And it's a great opportunity for him to showcase what he can do as well.
And Josh Holloway, Yami went viral for all the wrong reasons from that game. It was a crazy goal from, is it kind of shoot on side for your guys this week?
I wish it was that easy, mate. I wish it was that easy. These things happen. Like I said, look, players make many mistakes on the park and they get punished for it. Goalkeeper makes a mistake, it tends to be a goal. And these things are part of the game. You don't want it to happen. It's not also, conceding the goal. It's also a little bit detrimental to the players' mental stability as well, to be able to finish that game and get through that game after a mistake like that. But these things happen. Do players go out there with the mentality to concede goals and lose games? No, they definitely go out there with the mentality to try to win. And unfortunately, these things happen within the football.
Marco, anything?
Yeah, sorry, mate. You sort of touched on it, you and the chief being good mates. Did you have any advice for him when you spoke to him this week?
Yeah, look, I think the biggest thing for him was to process what had happened. This is the first time something like this has happened in his career. I don't think he needs to be too down with it. I think you can always look back and look at what worked and what didn't work. It's unfortunately the life that we live as coaches. We're always on the edge and we're judged on results, and if we win games we're doing a good job, and if we don't win games, unfortunately a decision has to be made. So I think he left on his own terms at the end of the day. I think it was very respectful the way that he did it as well, the way that he resigned. So look, it's a learning moment for himself, and the thing is, like I said, you take the learnings from it and you move forward.
And I guess there's a vacancy on the Sydney coaching staff. Do you think maybe you can bring him in the future?
Yeah, look, I got asked that question after the Brisbane game, and It's not an easy one. That's a question for Chiefy. Does he want to go back into that role? He's learned to stand on his own 2 feet as a head coach. Going back into an assistant role, that's a question for Chiefy. But at the moment, I know I'm very happy with Simi and how he's going, how we're working with Simi since John left to go overseas. So, that's working quite well. But I'm sure that Chiefy will want to have a bit of a break as well to get himself sorted on what he wants to do moving forward.
Mate, in terms of the game, like the game and the table and the sort of season, I guess if you guys want to finish top or secure a spot somewhere in Asia next year, is it like sort of must win now?
Yeah, every game is a must win. I think we've got 8 games to go. We want to win every game. We play against the team that are above us as well. We have another opportunity to play against Newcastle. We have an opportunity to play against Auckland as well, and we need to make sure we pick up points and they drop points, and we just need to win our games. And what happens around us we can't control, but we just need to make sure we control what we can do.
And what about the health of your squad? How is it?
Good, very good. Everyone's available. It was great last weekend. Al got some more minutes. We were able to chuck on Abel to get some minutes as well. That's the only place we can get him into a bit more match fitness. But it's great that everyone's available, and I think it's a great period for us to have all these players available.